It's an awesome day to you, our lovely and smart real estate investors, both at home and also in diaspora. Hope you all are doing well today. I'm so happy to welcome you to another exciting episode of Property Matters here on YouTube. And of course, I want to say a very big thank you to everybody that have been following this channel, everybody that have been making comments, everybody that have been, getting a lot of education. Thank you very much. And today is going to be another exciting episode. In case you're coming across this channel for the first time, I want to appeal to you, subscribe to this channel. Let me tell you why you need to subscribe to this channel. Ever since we started this channel, we've been able to solve a lot of land issues. We've been able to help a lot of clients do their land verification. In fact, we've helped a lot of people not to make a terrible real estate investment here in Lagos, Nigeria. And of course, so in case you are looking forward to have an updated information about Lagos State land management, Lagos State land policies, Lagos State land verification, how to get a C of O on a land, how to do your proper verification, how to decipher different manipulations that is being used in the Lagos State real estate market. We have playlists on Ekpe explaining everything you need to know about Ekpe lands, about the freehold. We have a playlist on Ibeju Lekki telling you about how to unravel a property that has a fake title. We have a playlist on different part of the island. In fact, we've even gone further to even do a playlist on how to invest and some of the warning signals you need to look out for. So in case you're coming across this channel for the first time, you have the right channel where you can get all the undiluted, let me permit to use the word undiluted information, as long as the Lagos State real estate market is concerned. So do well to subscribe to this channel, turn on the notification bell, and like I've always been saying, share this channel with someone, because every episode we have said, because we've made so far on this channel, will help somebody not to make a terrible real estate investment decision. So I still remain your number one professional realtor, Adejare Ademola. And of course, let's quickly go into today. So today's episode is going to be very, very funny. And of course, I know many of you are very, very familiar. So today I'm going to be talking about how to buy real estate. I know it's not about whether you've bought or you're about to buy or you bought several. The reason why I'm doing this episode basically is that over time we have realized that some emerging policies is coming out from Lagos State Land Bureau in Alausa, and I've explained that. In places whereby what used to be a free place where you don't need to have worry about land government project and the likes. Presently, we found out that government have started drawing plans, re-strategizing the layout and plans for emerging locations. So today we're going to be talking about how to buy land, okay, understanding government's recent land policy. Today we are going to talk about what land ratification is, and today we're also going to be showing you, of course, we will be telling you places that are having issues. So in case you are a first-time investor or you're a serial investor, you are the right channel and the right person. So like, without wasting so much time, let's go into this. Now, how to buy land. I know a lot of people have bought property. Okay, so I want to appeal to you. No knowledge. They say, I've heard statement like, no man is an island of knowledge. Every day we learn, every day we unlearn, every day we relearn for us to have an accurate. And for instance, if you're not in Nigeria and you're doing real estate investments, this particular episode is for you. And if you're in Nigeria, you don't have time to do ratification, you don't have time to do inspection, obviously this episode is also for you. Now, how do you buy real estate? What is the connection of land purchase and land gratification? Why are we having disputes in some places in Lagos? So I want to appeal to you, watch this video till the end, because we're going to be unraveling a lot of things. Now, recently I was having a chat with our company surveyor yesterday, and he was explaining some things to me. And some of the things he explained to me, I'll be explaining to some of you so that you can have an understanding of what is going on. Now, the very first thing I would like to highlight is that there are some places you should stay away of. You should stay clearly off as long as real estate investment is concerned. Now, there's been some disputes in some different parts of Lagos, more especially on the island. Last week, Saturday, I was in a community called Oluwa. Oluwa is not very far from the popular Ibeju GRA. From Oluwa community to where we have Charleston, it's just a 2 minutes drive, not so far. And presently, there is a serious land dispute in Oluwa. And as I'm talking to you right now, we have heavily armed police officer safeguarding Oluwa. So for people who have bought property in Oluwa community of Ibeju, for people who are intending to buy community property, you need to start speaking to your developer for them to give you an updated information on how they intend to solve that issues. Now, from the information I got when I was there last week Saturday, I found out that government are taking that place and they have their security. Now, if you have bought a property there, they intend to demolish all the property because they are claiming that most of the sales that is done in that community was not done legally and they did not follow due process. So Oluwa right now is a no-go area. Of course, other part of Abijo is very good. So dear investors, if you have bought a property in Oluwa, start speaking with your developer right now so that they will know what to do. If there's going to be a process of refund, let you know so that you will not waste time chasing shadow. Because right now, this crisis has lingered, according to my information, has lingered for more than 4 years. So I don't think there will be any resolution anytime soon. Okay, so that is for Oluwa. So in Shangotedo elsewhere, we have a similar situation, but what is happening in Shangotedo basically right now is that the last time I went there, entering that monastery road, I discovered that there are some heavily armed police officer also at the entrance of that monastery. If you're going towards that monastery to other estates, there are some heavily armed police officer also in that region, and I found out that Omunile are also disturbing some parts, not all. Please, I need to make this clarification so that I will not be misquoted. Some part of Shangotedo presently right now is under the siege of Omonile, and that is why some developers have mounted some heavily armed police officers there. So if you are doing a property investment in Shangotedo, you need to investigate to find out that the investment may not fall. Find out the most important thing is that your investment will not fall under these troubled locations. Okay, and also in Shangotedo, we also found out that there are some places that have been marked. In fact, my surveyor explained it to us very well that there is a place that Lagos State government have marked for a residential scheme. Okay, and this place is towards the east and the northern part of Shangotedo. And if you look at all those areas, well, we also have that same status there. Now, the reason why we're doing this basically is because recently we found out that governments are making different resolutions about property. So that means that the resolution we had last year or a few months ago may not be applicable. And that is why my surveyor insisted that there should be a regular land search. That means you must constantly, at least every 3 months, do a verification to find out if policies on, of course, if land policies in that area have not changed. So there are some places. So if you're doing Chong Monastery Road, you also need to confirm. When it comes to property, see, I've said this before. A lot of people are spending millions to buy this land. A lot of people are spending millions on millions. When you get prices, Shangotedo right now is between 30-40 million. So if you're paying 30 million, if you're paying 25 million, if you're paying 30 million to buy a land, do you think it's expensive for you to just use maybe 100 or 50,000 to do a thorough verification? Of course, I'll be explaining the process of verification towards the later part of this video, but I just want you to know, so there are some areas on Shangotedo that government have marked for government residential scheme, and if you fall to buy, if it happens that you buy a property there, you don't have a land, because the truth of the matter is what is happening in Oluwa is small compared to what will happen in Shangotedo. So going to the other part, of course, the other part is the Igondo Urudu area. Now, if you've bought a land in Igondo Urudu and it's excision, now let me quickly tell you something. I'm not trying to scare you, but I'm trying to open you to the reality. I've not even gone to the topic how to buy land. I'll be explaining that towards the part of the video. Now, if you have bought a property now in Ibeju, Lekki right now, there is going to be a coastal road at that Igondo Urudu area. Okay, so the coastal road is proposed to kick off from that Igondo Urudu, that Eleko area, down to Victoria Island. So when we did our search recently, we found out that 75% of the landed property, most of those beachfront properties, lagoonfront property located in this area, fall under the coastal road. Now, this is what you need to do for you to ensure that your land does not fall under that. You need to get a surveyor and you need to start chatting and making plans. If it is excision, now because of the fact that there is a coastal road, some excision will not be gazetted, because government is going to take that place and they're going to construct a coastal road from that Eleko down to Victoria Island. So if you say you have an excision there, start making plans on how the excision will be gazetted. And once your gazette is done, file for a governor's consent. That is also 75% of lands at Igondo Orudu, according to our research, falls under that coastal road. So please, if you have bought a property in that region, start making plans on how to get your gazette. If your extension has not been gazetted, then if your gazette is standing, then of course start filing your for your governor's consent. I hope that is helpful as well. Now going to areas of Folu. Presently, right now, Folu, from Folu is down to Igbogun, down to Odiomi, there's been some crisis, and this crisis right now is not even a government crisis, it's a money crisis. There are some places right now that even the people that have sold to you, they don't dare go there. So, you need to know, and we need to keep you addressed so that you can have a detailed understanding on why land policies are changing. Now, from Folu, from the entrance of Folu, we got from a reliable source that government have sold larger part of Folu to Lekki Coastal, and they've done the same at Oshoroko. In fact, when we go to Oshoroko, that was I think 2 weeks ago, we found out that some COOs in that Oshoroko has been revoked, and the reason why it has been revoked is because of the fact that government intend to do the road from Musayo. There's going to be another coastal road from Musayo. Musayo is also a part in the Ibeju Lekki. So the coastal road is going to cut across Musayo. It's going to cross Akodo down to Oshoroko, and the road will connect to Folu Ise. Now, this is the devastating effects of that coastal road. So, some lands that have been given C of O, we just discovered this because our surveyor did an extensive. Now, I'm going to be explaining how to do research. Despite the fact that the property has C of O, government will take that place for that coastal, for that road construction. So the reason why we're saying this basically is not that we want to create fear. It's just that we want to prepare you for what is coming. Now, Ibeju Lekki is not a place whereby you'll be looking for a land that is less than 1 million. You're looking for a land that's less than 2 million. Even people that are even selling those lands, you know that when problems start, they won't be available. In fact, many of them may even run because what is coming towards that region is bigger than what is happening right now. So I need to get your mind. So in that, from Musayo, some places in Akodo that have gazette, government have cancelled the gazette. They've mapped the road. Some places in Oshoroko that have C of O, government have revoked the C of O because the road will take place from that Musayo to cut across Akodo, cut across some part of the free trade zone down to Folu Ise. So properties in that axis will also be affected as well. So what you need to do if you bought a property there is that start dusting your papers and start making plans. Now, what you are supposed to do presently right now is that if the land you bought has title, all you need to do is just look for a way to get either a governor's consent so that when they take the land, government will compensate you. Okay, so that is what you need to do. So, how to buy land in Lagos? What are the protocols? What do you need to do? Now, forget the fact that you see ad online, you see ad on YouTube, you see ad on Facebook, you make inquiry and you buy. Now, because of the changing land policies, because of the emerging projects that is coming up in different parts of Lagos, this is a major reason why you must do an extensive chart. I've seen instances whereby some surveyor will go to site, they will do search. Now, if you are buying in Ibeju Lekki, if you are buying in Shongotedo, if you are buying in Aja, if you are buying in Atikate, if you are buying in different parts of the island, even at Ekpe, you need to do an extensive search. Now, an extensive search will open you to the realities of what is coming there. The search we do as a brand, as a company, basically, is that after our surveyor has gone to that land, it picks a perimeter layout immediately. We take the layout to Alausa, we log in the layout coordinate into the system of that land. This is even before we pay or before we acquire. So what happens is that once those layout is being logged into the system at Alausa, the layout gives us an extensive overview of what is coming there. So we know where the land starts, we know where the land ends. We know where there's a road coming, we know where there's a shopping complex coming, we know where there's a proposed seaport, we know where there's a proposed refinery. In fact, it was quite unfortunate that a colleague of mine warned a man not to buy a land, but because of the fact that the developer did buy six get one free, the man bought, and he has paid the company. By the time he did the search, he found out that he bought refinery. You can imagine. So an extensive layout search. So this is how you buy land in Lagos. Forget the title it has. Once there's a project coming to that region and the land falls under that project automatically nullifies any title that they've given. Is it not in Ochoroko that they gave C of O and they've revoked it? Is it not in Folu that they gave excision and they sold? Government gave excision to those people and they still sold it to Lekki Coastal. So what exactly are we talking about? So an extensive search where a surveyor goes there, he picks the perimeter coordinates, he lodges it there. So the coordinate shows you what is coming to that area. So you know where to buy, you know where to buy, you know the title, you know what to do. So this is how you buy land in Lagos. This is how you buy land presently in this, because of the emerging policies in land. Government are changing policies, government are doing this, the projects are, different projects are just coming up at close intervals. So this is how you buy land smartly. This is how you buy real estate, regardless of the region, because of this project. I hope you found value. Okay, so I'm still going to continue there in our next episode. So in case you have bought a property in that top region, I'm not a surveyor. Okay, I'm a real estate professional. I help people get safe and, of course, verified investments. Okay, I'm not a surveyor, and if you have bought a property maybe from other realtors, if they are not turning up when you contact us, we can tell you what to do. But if you have bought a land from another realtor or you've done something and they don't have this idea, I may not be able to help extensively. I need to make this clarification online so that we can know. So in case you've gotten value, in case you have gotten a lot of course, I'm still going to continue. So the next episode is going to be talking about land ratification. Today now we've discussed what you need to do when you want to buy a land. So it has gone beyond the title. Even if it's RC of who, you still need to go there. And you see, it doesn't cost much. I don't see a reason why you're buying a property of 20 million, you're buying a property of 30 million, you're buying a property of 10, 8, 5, 4 million, and you can't just pay 50,000 to do this extent. It's a lot of people finds it. Okay. There was a scenario happened. A guy contacted me. I helped him to do the search with my money. He was supposed to pay me back. He's not picking my calls. But I'm glad I helped him not to waste money, because he already did a $1 million deposit on that property, and assuming he has paid the entire money. So if you are buying a land, regardless of what the title is, you need to do this extensive chart for you to verify that it is safe. If you have gotten value, give us a thumb like. See, encourage me by subscribing. See, I'll be sharing much more than what I'm doing today. I'm still going to do ratification. I'm still going to look at why government revoked COV. I'm still going to talk about why some ratification will not go through. I'm going to explain how ratification is done. In fact, I'm even going to give you cost of ratification in Ibeju, Lekki, cost of ratification in Epe, cost of ratification in Shongotebe, cost of ratification in Aja, another place of the highland. So you now see that you are in the right place, you are viewing the right video. Please encourage me by subscribing. Thank you very much. And this is where we're going to draw the curtain of today's episode. It's a lengthy one, but I know you have found value. Have a nice day.